Well, hello. The last few days, I've done some more serious books, but today I'm going to have a lot of fun because today we are doing 10 books. 10 books in one day. It's craziness, you might say. But tomorrow is here in Hamilton is Pride in the Park. So I'm wearing my Pride shirt. And the books we're going to talk about today, it's a fantastic series by the wonderful Armistead Maupin. And it's called Tales of the City. When I had just started coming out, a colleague of mine, a friend of mine at work who is gay, he was great because he was so much further along in the journey of self-acceptance. He loaned me his copy of the movie Torch Song Trilogy. Wow, which was so eye-opening for me at that point in my life. And then he loaned me his copies of the first 6 books of the Tales of the City series. I couldn't put them down. In hindsight, looking back, these helped me to realize how normal life could be as a gay person. Because in the Tales of the City books, you meet gays and lesbians and bisexuals and transgendered and non-gay people and just wonderful people who are living their lives dealing with whatever it is they have to deal with. And Armistead's books are so... To say wonderful is just too little. You get caught up in the world. The people in these books become your friends. And when I reread the books, it's like I'm visiting old friends and visiting them again and catching up with their life stories. Armistead's books started as being serialized, so there were like a chapter, whatever, a day or a week in the San Francisco Chronicle. And then, of course, they just grew to be wonderfully published books. Yay! And they are Tales of the City, more Tales of the City. I've got them nicely arranged here. Further Tales of the City, Baby Cakes, Significant Others, and then for the original 6 books, the last one is Sure of You. And this book, oh my goodness, at the beginning of each book, he has a little thing. And at the beginning of this book, it's my favorite because it reminded me of the wonderful Winnie the Pooh books. Piglet sidled up to Pooh from behind. Pooh, he whispered. Yes, Piglet? Nothing, said Piglet, taking Pooh's paw. I just wanted to be sure of you. And that was from A.A. Milne, The House at Pooh Corner. I love that so much. And by the end of the last book, tiny spoiler alert, one of the main characters, Michael Tolliver, we know he's HIV positive and it's the 80s. And I remember watching an interview Armistead gave when someone said, why didn't you write more books? And he said, because I couldn't bear to see Michael die. And then many years later, I was working for a book company and we had an announcement that there was a new book coming in the Tales of the City series, and it was entitled Michael Tolliver Lives. I was so thrilled. I was beyond the moon excited to get this book and read it, because by that point we knew that not everybody died, that there were many people who survived and still live to this day. And they were fortunate enough that with the new drugs and treatments that came along in the learning path that HIV and AIDS brought to the world, that there are now many more people who are, just like the rest of us, dying of old age. So Michael Tolliver Lives was followed up a few years later with the wonderful Marianne in Autumn. And I'm not going to say Marianne in Autumn, where did she go? Well, you have to read the books and find out. Now, to keep up with the world, and because my eyesight has changed over the years, I now buy all my books in digital format. So the last 2 books out of the 10 in the series are The Days of Anna Madrigal, the wonderful Anna Madrigal, who was the, she was the house owner. So she was the landlord. But then she became so much more than that. She became more of a mother, a grandmother, a best friend, a confidant. Just fantastic. And then preparing for this reminded me that I'm an idiot. I totally forgot that Armistead brought out a new book this past spring in April, and I forgot to get it. But I've got it now, and it's called Mona of the Manor, which I haven't read yet, but I am so excited because when I was younger and coming out, there were so many books to read that I had not yet read. And I've now got a collection of, I believe in my last move, it's roughly 1,000 books of all different types. And now I've got an exciting new book to read. And so maybe at some point in the next month or so, I might just chime in. By the way, I finished Mona of the Manor, but I can tell you that I already know Armistead wrote it. It will be awesome. It will be wonderful. And I am going to love it because he has not yet written anything that I didn't love. So have a great day. And if you're in the Hamilton area, tomorrow, Pride in the Park. It's at Pier 4 Park in downtown Hamilton. Have a nice day, and we'll see you later.